Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Langreskaya Winter. Our heroes today are going to be incredible FaHu, playing as the Germans, and his opponent is going to be JellyD0nut, playing as the Soviets. Now, let's talk about our players a little bit, while they banter here a little bit. And Incredible FaHu is currently, at the time of casting this, ranked just above the 100 mark for both sides. He is currently 125 on his Soviet play and 120 on his German play that we are seeing right now. And JellyD0nut is currently ranked also in the 100s. His Soviet play, actually no, top 100. He is ranked 86th for his Soviet play. So there we go. Should be a good match. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've seen JellyD0nut before in a previous cast, and that is when he was going for that Maxim spam. And I'm pretty sure it was him, considering that we're seeing, well, Tier 2 going down for the Soviet player and getting Maxims right off the bat. One already on the field, second one coming up. No conscript support for them. So we'll see if it works out this time. Last time we saw it, and it kind of fell apart after a little while. It was very strong in the early game, but without conscripts for support and merging and things like that, the weapons team's just starting to fall apart later on. So we'll see if that is in fact the case. In the meantime, well, we see that FaHu has gone Tier 1, as you would expect, getting himself Grenadiers. 3 Grenadiers, in fact. 2 already on the field, over on the right-hand side, capturing fuel, capturing victory point, and a third one being produced right now. Maxim machine guns for JellyD0nut, moving straight into the center. And Doctrine selections have not been selected just yet, so we'll see what happens. I'm actually going through my list here and trying to figure out if it was. Yeah, it was Loveness and JellyD0nut. I cast it about a week ago. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it is the same guy. Okay, so nothing happening just yet. I mean, we see JellyD0nut getting more Maxims, and we see FaHu just getting Grenadiers. No engagements just yet. We see FaHu keeping to his right-hand side of the map. JellyD0nut finally putting something on that right-hand side. That's Maxim machine gun, obviously. And on the left-hand side, a Maxim machine gun is pushing forward. Going to run straight into those piles. The pile's going to get caught by the Maxim machine gun in the middle of the snow. They're not going to be able to stave off the suppression since they are moving through heavy snow, and they get caught in the crossfire, and they're forced to back off. Gren's now on the field. We see a 4th Grenadier squad coming onto the field for FaHu, while there's still only 3 Maxims for JellyD0nut. Maxim machine gun on the right-hand side catches a Grenadier squad straight out in the open. They move back to try to finish capturing that point. They will be able to capture the point, but they have gotten suppressed, and so they will need to retreat. They have no support nearby, so they'll end up dying if they just stay there. They're trying to crawl out of range, but no, they'll end up retreating, as we said. And up in the left-hand side, we see 2 Grand squads also getting stopped by that Maxim machine gun. 2nd Grand squad coming in for the flank on the Maxim machine gun, getting behind its arc of fire. We'll see if they are able to dislodge it, but it is, remember, a 6-man squad, so the Grens will still have a difficult time of it. Combat Engineers over on the left-hand side trying to kill the Grenadiers. They did manage to kill one of them. However, the Combat Engineers are taking a lot of damage. Grenadier squad does manage to get the flank. Sorry about those lag spikes there. Not sure what's going on with my computer. Anyways, Grenadiers do manage to get the flank on that Maxim machine gun, force it away. Combat Engineers also retreating, and the Grens have a victory over on the left-hand side. More Maxim machine guns continue to be produced. Already 4 on the field with a 5th one on the way. Spam, bam, spam, spam, bam. And as far as FaHu, well, he still has 4 Grand squads, nothing additional just yet, so we'll see what happens there. Grand's pushing all the way up to the front for Incredible FaHu, getting the cutoff there, although it, well, it does cut off the fuel, but that's about it. The munitions is already decapped and being captured by FaHu. Maxim machine gun pushes up to the front of the base, gets a 1 shot off on that Grand squad before it moves out of the arc of fire. S minefields getting laid down all over the place for FaHu. Very nice positioning here in this choke point. Going to make sure that a lot of mines get tripped while the infantry try to move across the way. Maxim machine gun does force away the piles, however, as they only managed to build a couple of the S minefields. And the Maxim machine gun on the left-hand side catches that Grand squad, gets it pinned down and forces it away. Far left, Gren's capturing. Far right, no opposition. We just have Maxim machine guns capturing all the territory for JellyD0nut as he continues to produce Maxim machine guns. No additional Maxim machine. No, there we go. Another Maxim machine gun getting produced right now. And FaHu is not doing anything just yet. I'm assuming he's going to be building some tech. Getting reinforced. And yeah, there we go. Tier 2 going to be going down for FaHu. So he's going to try to out-tech the... well, not really. I mean, it's already 5 minutes in, but, you know, he's going to try using tech to beat the Maxim machine guns. Grens hold themselves up in the house, getting some nice shots there on the Maxim machine gun, already losing 2 of its members. Left-hand side, Gren squad moving across. They're going to be able to get a nice flank on that Maxim machine gun itself. Even a rifle nade could go down. And we have another Maxim machine gun coming up, but the Grens do manage to get themselves inside that house, deny the position to all the enemies, and they will get some shots off on that Maxim machine gun. However, flamethrower comes up on the combat engineers, and whoa! In one simple burst, the Gren squad goes down. That is quite unfortunate. Grens hold up in this house, pushing forward. The combat engineers are trying to get in range for the flamethrower, but they do end up taking a lot of losses. Down to 1 man, barely make it out of there. And the Maxim machine gun also down to 1 man, is forced to retreat. Center map, we do hear some squads just getting pinned down by Maxim machine guns all over the place. Just angle after angle. Nice rifle nade goes down on the Maxim machine gun, gets it brought down to 1 man, but both squads are currently pinned down. Will not be able to continue the fight. We now have a scout car on the field for Incredible FaHu. Will he be able to deal with the Maxim machine guns with this one? Well, Maxim machine gun will be able to inflict damage to the scout car, but it's not going to clear it out immediately. And it gets behind that scout car, forces it away, and there goes the Maxim machine gun. The right-hand side flank has fallen for JellyD0nut, but FaHu as well has had to retreat pretty much everything, which means that he will not be able to recap the territory very easily. We do have S minefields that got laid down in this area. One actually takes out the Maxim machine gun as it tried to retreat. So a Maxim machine gun has been lost for JellyD0nut, and once again, he doesn't really have much in order to be able to recrew those weapons. Does have a guard squad on the field and a combat engineer that can take it up, but that is about it. Left-hand side, Maxim machine gun moving along. The scout car patrolling, gonna catch that Maxim machine gun and get itself behind it. Maxim machine gun will turn its sights on it and probably get some shots off, although it did block its line of sight. And there it goes, forces the retreat of that Maxim machine gun, and that scout car will have now a very easy time there. Maxim machine gun in the center, just running straight into the S minefields, getting itself torn apart. Does not even manage to... actually does. It's right at the edge, managing to decap the center victory point, but has taken quite a bit of damage. More Maxim machine guns pushing forward as we have a small amount of troops just moving around on the right-hand side. Grenadiers going for the fuel. And the Maxim machine guns continue to push forward for JellyD0nut, who does not have a med station, unfortunately. Would help out those Maxim machine guns a little bit, but I guess not too much. Well, actually, it would help out quite a bit, especially against rifle nades. But anyways, Grenadiers pushing out from the base for FaHu. He's going to be running into a lot of Maxim machine guns. We have combat engineers in the center. Maxim machine guns hold up in both of the houses, making it very difficult to dislodge. The Pios over on the right-hand side do not have flamethrower, so they will not be able to dislodge units in houses. But the scout car does push forward on the combat engineers, as the combat engineers are getting flames off on the Grens. The auto cannon goes off. Maxim machine gun's getting some shots off on the scout car, but the scout car is laying into the house, doing a lot of damage. Maxim machine gun in the forward house is down to 2 men. Probably not going to be able to make it out of there, and I don't think JellyD0nut is not even going to evacuate. Down goes the Maxim machine gun. Another one is lost to the battlefield. Guards are now on the field, as we said before, but the guards are currently coming out of the field. Second squad is nowhere to be seen over here on the left-hand side, so the scout car is pretty much moving around without much of an issue. It has taken quite a bit of damage as the Maxim machine guns again do damage to the scout car, but it moves out of the way as Grens just continue to throw damage into that house. Flamethrower burst going off on the Grens outside, getting some kills, and the scout car is still alive, getting some damage off at range with that auto cannon doing more damage into the house. Guard squad, however, is moving up on it. The scout car needs to move out of the way. A blizzard is coming down, however, it's still not in effect. But the scout car moves out of the way. The guards pop into the house, but it gets out of there scot-free. Pios retreating as they capture some points. And while FaHu has managed to, well, not really fend off, I mean, he has managed to stay alive and not take too much damage, he is currently losing the map pretty much in its entirety. We see a Gren squad capturing a point on the left-hand side, which will give him some resources, including this one over here. And the Grens outside are capturing the forward point, which may actually connect that fuel point for a little bit. Guard squad does move in to interrupt, throws a nade at the Grens. The Grens are not moving, and they run into the nade, losing most of their men, down to one man, forced to retreat, so the points on the right-hand side will not be reconnected for FaHu, so FaHu is in a bit of a tough spot. Also, obviously, since guards are on the field, we can say that JellyD0nut has selected his doctrine, and that is the guard motor coordination tactics. So I'm assuming he's gonna not be... Actually, no, he is teching to tier 3, huh? I would have assumed with the doctrine he would have just been waiting for the call in the T-34-85 call-in, but no, doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Obviously, he could get himself a half track from there, not necessarily T-34s, but, you know, there you go. Maximus machine gun still left there in the world. FaHu pushes forward. Is he actually going to get that? Yeah, he decides to go ahead and pick up a Maxim machine gun for his own. Gonna help him out quite a bit, stop those other Maxim machine guns in their tracks in some areas. Scout car now fully repaired, pushes back onto the field, but Maxim machine guns just waiting for them, stop them in their tracks. Left-hand side, guards running into some more, Grenadiers running into some more Maxim machine guns, forced to retreat as well. The Maxim machine guns are just gonna wreck everything all the time. This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours. Pack gun on the field for incredible FaHu, anticipating some type of vehicle play. Another nice thing about it is that it can be used to not essentially dislodge crews in buildings, but do damage to the building itself and take it out. Maxim machine gun does end up getting taken down here by the Pios, instantly retreating. The Pios are also going to probably retreat there, so another Maxim machine gun taken for FaHu. So down to 3 Maxim machine guns in total for JellyD0nut. Not having a lot of luck. Another one goes down, and FaHu just gets himself another Maxim machine gun. Forces a retreat there. The Pioneers did end up losing the Maxim machine gun right in front of that house, which is unfortunate, but it's still very close to the base for FaHu. Once again, the pack gun just shoots off at a distance at the house. Going to be able to knock it down eventually, so it wouldn't be a bad idea for FaHu to just simply attack ground at the house and just keep nailing it and essentially bring it down eventually. But he doesn't. Doctrine is selected for FaHu, and that is the assault support doctrine. Grens push forward on top of the guard squad that is holed up in that house. The Maxim machine gun is there for the taking. More guys keep dying inside the house, as on the right-hand side we do have a Maxim machine gun opening up on the pack gun. The pack gun is quite fine, however, it's not going to get suppressed or anything. And the guards are just losing men left and right. Grenadiers have lost one man. The Maxim machine gun sets up in an angle to defend any approaching infantry, but not to be able to shoot at the house. Still, the other 3 men in the squad are able to shoot. The guards are forced to retreat as the scout car comes into play and gets eliminated on the retreat. Loses a PTRS rifle, and the Grenadiers are very happy to pick that up themselves. T-34 now on the field for JellyD0nut. That T-34 does have opposition in the form of a PTRS rifle, the auto cannon, and a pack gun. So with the pack gun on the field, that T-34 will not be able to do incredibly much, but it will do some. Another Grenadier squad down to 1 man, needs to retreat. May actually lose it if he doesn't move it out of the way. Shots continue to fly from T-34. Grenadiers just sitting there at 1 man. Finally retreats. Grenadier squad over here can also pick up another Maxim machine gun, but there's already a lot of Maxim machine guns, and I don't think FaHu's even going to want to pick it up. T-34 takes a shot, Maxim, and kills 2 of the members of that Grenadier squad. Grenadier squad moving around with its PTRS rifle. May be able to pop into the house and get some shots off as the pack gun moves up, but it decides to retreat. Something getting called off of the field for JellyD0nut, and that is a guard squad, so that's quite nice. And the T-34 is just hiding behind the house, not wanting to reveal itself to the pack gun. Pack gun could actually just shoot, attack ground, and hit it, but it is not aware that it was there. So really, mine spam, Benji span, really new places. Okay. A little bit of a smack talk going down there. Mine's getting laid down all over the place. Guard squad and Maxim machine gun on the left-hand side, just riddling a stolen Maxim machine gun, taking it out. So FaHu losing a little bit of his advantage there in the stolen weapons, but there's still a lot of weapons that have been lost, and, well, JellyD0nut only has essentially 3 combat units on the field. Minesweepers get acquired for FaHu, so he's going to go ahead and clear out the mines themselves. Right-hand side, a guard squad is pushing forward. Not a lot going on. Grand squad getting stopped there by the Maxim machine gun. This Maxim machine gun got stolen, it looks like, by a guard squad. Actually, no, that's a standard Maxim machine gun, so the other one is over here. Yeah, there you go. Maxim machine gun with guard members. And the scout car looks like it chased down another Maxim machine gun and took it out. Right-hand side, the scout car moves up, gets shot, almost one shot there by the T-34, as the guards did do a little bit of damage with their PTRS rifles. T-34 pushes forward, the pack gun is able to get some nice shot there on that T-34. Grenadiers are going to move in the way and get some Faust off on that T-34. Although munitions are maybe a little bit prohibitive, PTRS rifles go off on the T-34's rear armor. The scout car is backing off, moving out of the way. T-34 moves across, but does not manage to get out of range. Faust does manage to go off on the T-34. No, FaHu decides to cancel that at the last second, and the T-34 makes it out of there alive. Right-hand side, combat engineers capturing territory. Guards still back at base with the Maxim machine gun guard squad still just sitting around there, and the T-34 circles around the field and comes back. A lot of troop movement in the center for FaHu, but I mean, just looking at the army numbers, pretty much already. It's already won for FaHu, essentially. I mean, he's not gonna. I mean, really, the only thing that can happen here, which is I think is what he's waiting for, is the call-in for the T-3485 group and push with that and maybe win. But that's about it. We see another T-34 getting built instead, so he's not going to wait for the call-in, so he's going to try to do the rush there with two T-34s, 76s, but that's about it. Guards push forward, getting a little bit hit there by S minefields, losing down to 2 men. Another Maxim machine gun gets recovered there by JellyD0nut and retreats with his guards. So those Maxim machine guns are now very expensive, but they do have very nice armor value, so they're able to withstand a little bit more, but, well, it's just the sheer amount of weapons that are out there, and even the enemy Maxim machine guns, well, those squads are not going to have an easy time. Back at base, no additional tech has been acquired for FaHu, but he does have the assault support doctrine, which means he can call in a Tiger eventually, but he is still two command points away from doing so. He does have a bunker to be able to heal up his troops, which he is utilizing, you know, decently effectively. But we'll see what happens there. So, big lull here in the fight. FaHu is sending troops around on the edges to capture territory, while JellyD0nut is trying to consolidate his forces once again and get more troops. He does have those two T-34 76s, and they're moving over to the left-hand side. The scout car getting some shots off at a distance at that T-34. Does not really do too much damage, but it does alert the pack guns to move in that direction to stop the T-34s from pushing. There is another one right at the front. Needs to also be turned around. The T-34s are going to go for a base attack. So JellyD0nut just resorting to last-ditch efforts. Hail Mary passes here, and he's going to try to, well, force the hand of FaHu to make a mistake and send his troops back to be able to recapture territory. The pack guns are turning themselves around as Maxim machine guns back off, so it does produce the reaction of sending troops back. The T-34s move back out of the field as they destroy the bunker, opening up that flank for the base for infantry, and they just sit in front of the base as the Maxim machine guns and guards push forward. Oh, a nasty rifle nade goes off there on that guard squad, killing most of the squad down to 1 man, forces the retreat, and there it goes. Maxim machine gun trying to stop the approaching infantry. It does get a suppression off on one of the squads. However, it is getting machine gunned by the other Maxim machine gun there. So it's already suppressed, meaning that it's not as effective. And once shots continue to fly, it will eventually get pinned down. Once it's pinned down, it doesn't have any effect. And the scout car is just still sitting there. Combat engineers moving around in the north. Maxim machine gun now pinned down, really unable to do much else. However, it is supported by a second Maxim machine gun that gets the pin down and suppression off on the other squads. The Maxim machine gun got stolen, still doing a lot of damage. Scout car moves up to get some more damage in on those, on that Maxim machine gun. Down to one man, kills it off. Combat engineers move up. The T-34s move in for a nice flank. The AT gun did get decrewed. The other one is still on the field. The T-34s turned themselves around to try to get the shots off on that T-34 group. But we now have a Tiger that can get called in. Is FaHu going to call it in? He is getting some shots off on that T-34 in the back. Back armor, I should say. T-34 goes down. There it goes. And the scout car as well makes it out of there alive. So now only one T-34 is left. We see the Maxim machine gun getting recovered here by the guards. The Grenadiers are forced to retreat as the pack gun continues to take some shots. And here comes the Tiger. And I think that's going to be game. With the Tiger on the field, there is nothing really that JellyD0nut can do to stop it. He does not have enough fuel to do a call-in. He could stop it for a little bit if he goes and recovers the pack gun. That would actually help out quite a bit. Obviously, he can build an AT gun from his own tier 2 as well, but a pack gun, you know, would be a little bit quicker. But the Tiger is already on the field, so that needed to have happened already, and it didn't. So Tiger moves up. The Maxim machine gun getting some shots off on the approaching infantry. T-34 turning its sights on the Tiger, goes for the ram. Tiger gets critted on the engine, but the weapon itself stays alive. Pack gun, and that's all I had left. And nothing. I think he's trying to say that was all he had left. And then he had nothing left. Is that what he's trying to say? I don't know. Another T-34 comes into this. He says that ram is useless if you use it. Okay, keep it clean, guys. Come on. No need to use the N-word here. Well, anyway, so all the infantry just gets slaughtered there in the center. And JellyD0nut saying that he got him. And I'm assuming, yeah, there you go. Play back over. And the game is done. So a little bit of a quick match here. Maybe not the best quality, but come on, guys. It was over an hour game the last time, so I was a little bit tired. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.